In the gentle stillness of this quiet night, as you settle deeper into the softness of your pillow and feel your breath begin to lengthen and drift, let me take you on a calm and unhurried journey across ancient sands into a desert where time seems to stretch and fold upon itself a desert where warm winds have whispered the same secrets for thousands of years, secrets about a place that once shone like a jewel in the heart of Arabia, a place called Ubar, the lost city, the vanishing kingdom, the shimmering Atlantis of the sands. And as you listen softly, let your mind wander like drifting dunes shaped by the wind, because tonight we are not in the present, but in a distant world where traders guided their camels by starlight, where caravans moved like silent ships across gold and oceans, and where the desert kept stories hidden beneath endless layers of sand. Imagine yourself now standing at the edge of the Rub al Khali, the empty quarter, one of the largest and most mysterious deserts on Earth, a place so vast, so untouched, so hauntingly quiet, that people once believed spirits walked across its dunes. A place where mirages shimmer like liquid silver and where even the air seems heavy with memories. And as you breathe slowly, imagine the horizon stretching infinitely before you, the sky deep and blue, the sand warm beneath your feet, the sun painting everything in soft amber gold as the day gently slides into dusk. For thousands of years, travelers spoke of a hidden kingdom buried somewhere out here, a city so wealthy and radiant that its towers were said to be made of white marble and glowing sandstone. A city where incense caravans loaded with frankincense, myrrh, and precious resins flowed like rivers of wealth, a city whose king was said to defy the heavens themselves. And as these stories traveled from tribe to tribe, from poet to wanderer, from merchant to mystic, Ubar became more legend than memory. Some called the Iram the city of 1,000 pillars. Others whispered it was cursed for its pride and swallowed by the earth in a single night. And these whispers grew softer and softer until Ubar became something people spoke of only in passing, like a dream half remembered upon waking, and so the city slipped quietly into myth. But tonight, in the calm rhythm of this ASMR story, we walk backward through time, letting the sands part gently before us, revealing how this mythical place first rose, then thrived, and then vanished in a way so strange, so sudden, that even today archaeologists still argue about what truly happened. Picture Ubar during its golden age, when lantern light flickered through narrow streets scented with sweet incense smoke, when merchants from faraway lands, Egyptians, Persians, Syrians, even travelers from the shores of India gathered beneath grand arches to trade spices, jewelry, and exotic animals, while musicians played soft strings in the background. At night, the city would glow like a living ember, its tall pillars reaching toward a sky filled with stars so bright they seemed close enough to touch. Camel bells tinkled softly, stories flowed like water. Incense burned in clay braziers, sending sweet fragrance spiraling into the air. And the desert around the city shimmered with heat by day and quiet moonlit silver by night. Life in Ubar was calm yet thriving, powerful yet delicate, and it is in that delicate balance that the seeds of its disappearance were quietly forming. You see, Ubar existed because of a vast underground limestone cavern beneath it, and natural chamber carved over edges by water. And although no one living there knew it, the city's weight rested on a fragile foundation, a foundation slowly weakening year by year. But before we reach the night of its disappearance, let us drift more gently through the centuries. Imagine walking through its bustling market streets, warm lantern light glowing against ancient walls as merchants call softly to passing travelers. Imagine the sound of pottery clanking, fabrics rustling, camels groaning quietly under their loads. Imagine children chasing each other through narrow alleys while storytellers gather crowds in the square, weaving tales of heroes, desert spirits, and gods of wind and sand. High above, the royal palace rises like a dream carved from moonlit stone, its columns shimmering faintly under the desert sky. In the evenings, the king would step out onto his balcony, looking over his proud kingdom, unaware that beneath the surface, the earth was slowly hollowing, thinning, weakening. The desert gives, but it also takes. And so life continued, day after day, night after night, the same gentle rhythm of trade, music, laughter, and prayer, and the people of Ubar believed their city would stand forever, untouched by time. But then came a season unlike any other, a season of heavy caravans, more wealth than the city had ever carried, more weight pressing down upon the earth. It began with subtle hints, small cracks forming quietly in the ground. Soft tremors felt underfoot, like a slow exhale of the earth. People noticed but paid little mind. After all, the desert always shifts, and life continued. But then came the night travelers would whisper about for centuries, the night the city vanished. Imagine now, in the soft stillness of your mind, the city settling beneath a star-filled sky. The air is cool, torches flicker, incense smoke drifts gently like pale ribbons through the darkness. And then, without warning, a deep rumble echoes beneath the streets, a sound like the earth sighing, long and low. The ground trembles again, stronger this time, and lamps sway in windows as people step outside in confusion. Another tremor comes, shaking pottery from shelves, sending birds scattering into the air. In the palace, guards run to the king, their faces pale. But before words can form, the rumbling deepens into a roar like thunder trapped underground. And then it happens slow at first, then terrifyingly fast. The ground begins to sink. Entire streets tilt downward, pillars crack, walls split apart, and the great cavern beneath the city collapses inward, swallowing everything above. People scream. Sand pours like waterfalls into widening gaps, and the desert itself begins to consume the city. Torchlight flickers wildly as buildings crumble. Camels bellow in panic, and the once solid earth turns fluid beneath their feet. Within minutes, Ubar, the proud city of pillars, the shining jewel of the incense trade, is gone. Silence falls, a silence so heavy it seems to swallow the night, and when dawn finally touches the horizon, all that remains is a ragged depression in the desert floor, slowly being covered by drifting dunes as if the desert wishes to hide what happened. For generations afterward, travelers would pass by the region and swear they saw strange shapes beneath the sand, half-buried pillars, faint outlines of walls, even ghostly lights flickering in the distance at night. Some claimed the city still existed in a hidden world beneath the sand, trapped in time. Others believed it was taken by spirits for its pride, but the truth remained buried until the late 20th century. Archaeologists, guided by satellite images, discovered a strange pattern beneath the dunes' ancient caravan routes converging on a single point, a point that should have held a city, a point that had been erased from maps. And when they finally dug beneath those shifting sands, they found the ruins of a bar, collapsed into a massive sinkhole exactly as the legends described. Towers shattered, walls broken, pottery scattered, fragments of a once great kingdom resting in a silent pit. The desert had hidden it well, but not forever. And now, as you breathe gently, letting the calm rhythm of this story wash over you, picture Ubar not as ruins, but as it once was, warm, glowing, peaceful, alive, with soft music and flickering lights, because stories have a way of keeping lost places alive. Even when the sands shift, even when the world forgets, the echo of what once existed lingers. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, let that echo carry you gently into dreams, like a soft desert wind guiding you through ancient dunes. Let the mystery of Ubar, the city that appeared, thrived, and vanished in a single night, wrap around you like a warm blanket, comforting and quiet, a reminder that even last things are never truly gone, as long as there are stories to whisper their names. And so as your eyes grow heavier and your breath slows, let the sands settle softly around your thoughts. Let the desert night grow calm and silent, and let the memory of the vanishing kingdom guide you gently into restful, peaceful sleep.